first things first, you're gonna want to go to YouTube, and when you go to YouTube, you're gonna want to type in Sony Vegas Pro 18 for free. Yeah, this is only if you don't have it. If you do, that's great. If you're a broke person, you can get it for free or correct on YouTube. So the one that I use is this first link right here. It worked for me, so hopefully it'll work for you. So the next thing you're gonna need is the Sapphire plugin. So you just type in Sapphire plugin for Vegas Pro. It's gonna be the first link. I'm gonna link these in the bio, so I mean the description, so if you need it you can just follow those links, follow the steps, and have them installed. So after you get all that done, you're gonna want to find some music. I did exactly what every other anime editor does. They find a very popular song and they pretty much just make an AMV out of it. So for me, that's the song. So you want to go to your song that you like, look it up on YouTube, copy the link, go to a website like this one called Y2Mate, and just paste the link in here. Go over to MP3. It's gonna open pop-ups. You want to X out of that. Don't click anything in the pop-ups. Click download, and you're gonna see this little green button up here. You click it, close out of the pop-up again, and bam, it's downloaded. Okay, so after you do that, you can either get your clips from AMV Raws or some other third-party website, whichever one that you want. For me, I had problems trying to convert MKV files, so I just found my my clips from YouTube, to be honest. So I just did 0 to and hero moments 1080p 60 fps, and I think I used this one and also this one. So you can just go copy the links, paste them into this right here, and then just download as an 1080p MP4, and then you're all set. So once you have all that done, you're gonna want to open up Vegas finally. Pop it open. So my Vegas is probably going to open differently than yours because I actually use it. So I'm just going to run through some settings for you. So first things first, you're going to want to go to your little settings bar. Depending on your clips, I use 60 FPS clips, but most animes or anime clips are 30 FPS, so you can either just set this to 30. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, unless your frame rate of your anime is 60 FPS. If it's 60 FPS, just put it on there. Yeah, so for these other settings, just leave this 1920 by 1080. This one is, set this to best if you have a good graphics card. If you don't, then just change this to a lower setting. Just make sure your exports, I'll explain it in a little bit why you're going to change that. So these just keep the same. Resample, disable resample. It makes your computer lag really bad. After that, just click apply and OK, and that's it for settings. So these tabs are just the way I have mine set up. I think there's one called Explorer or something. I just got rid of those. So just get rid of anything that's not these four right here by clicking the little X button. Yeah. So click import media and then go to your downloads. This is where you have your downloaded clips and stuff. So at least this is where I have mine downloaded. So find your song. And in order to actually see see this in the timeline, you just drag it down here. Bam, pops up. Just a few things I need to explain. So if you want to cut this clip, you can either go here, drag to the corner wherever you want to, clip the audio to, or you can go over here, press the S key, and that's going to slice these two and separate them. So you can either click this one, click delete, get rid of it if you don't need it, and yeah. So that's that. And also another thing you should know is this is how you adjust your audio. This little blue tab right here, you can drag down to lower the volume or up to increase the volume. And in order to add a fade in, fade out, see these little blue tabs in the top left and right corner? You just go here, click and drag to the right, click and drag to the left. That's how you add a fade. Simple as that. So let me just demo that so you guys can hear it. So actually, let me just do it without. That's without. And if I added a fade, this is how it sounds. It gradually gets louder. Okay. So I think that's about all the basics that I need to run through for that. So Control Z is how you undo everything. So just keep a note of that. It's a quick way to just undo. And if you're not a person that remembers keys, you know, there's arrow keys up here for undo as well and redo. So you can click those too. So I think it's about 1:14, like right about here, that the part of the audio I want to use is. So I just click and drag right there, and then I go back and I play to find where it ends that I like. So right about there, press S, delete excess. Okay. So now you have a cut clip. So from here, what you're going to want to do is pretty much just do a thing I called marking up the clip. So you play the audio, you find the parts that you want to put clips in, and then you press M to put a marker. So let me just give you a little example. So alright, so use your scroll wheel to zoom in. So what I want to do is the last 4 beats of this song, I want to have them be impactful. So I'm just going to move this right before the beat hits, and you can tell where the hits are by the little difference. Like it's quiet right here, and then it gets really noisy. So that's how I tell. Oop, that's my bad. Yeah, that's how you tell. So just make sure yours are, you know, just your markers are relatively close to where the beats hit, and then it'll make your editing life a little easier. Alright, so that's these ones. So that's, there you go. So those are the markers. Alright, so from this point right here, this is where the 02, the glow person pops up, and then I count 5 frames after. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press M, press enter, and then keep going to the right. I'm going to speed up this portion until I get to the end. Okay, so once you have that done, I think it's time for us to bring in the clips. Alright, so the way I actually got some of my clips is I actually went to my favorite anime watching website, and then I used OBS and I recorded full screen the anime at 1080p 60 FPS, so that way I got a constant frame rate, and also so I got a higher quality video because some of them are 720p and that kind of annoyed me. So yeah, that's how I pretty much got this clip. You can do the same thing. Just go to whichever anime website you want, use OBS Studios. It's a free recording software, and you just go to Google, type in OBS, and you can install it if you don't have it already. So yeah, so just drag this in to the top. This is episode 21 of Darling in the Franxx. So yeah, alright, so I'm just gonna drag this below right here because I like keeping my timeline a little bit more neat. Alright. Wait, hold up. 1 second. Where did my... There it is. Okay. So, important thing to note here is if you did want to separate these 2 tracks, like you can see they're moving together like this. If you did want to separate them for any reason, you just click Control U, and then you can move them independently. So, yeah. Just a little fun tip. So, I wanted to keep this clip within 9 seconds because TikTok seems to favor 9-second videos, and I think I got it right around here. You just kind of have to eyeball this part.
Call me back.
and then I did it when his head fell. That's when the beat dropped. Okay. And then the nah part right here. Okay, I think it's one frame further, so because I like when his head gives a little gap right here, so that makes it easier to mask out. Okay. Oh, to get out of this, I'm pretty sure you're gonna do this at one point. This is editing mode. I don't like it in this mode, so just click escape. It'll put you back in the normal mode. Okay. Okay, and just like cut to fit, pretty much. Okay. So from here is where you have to pay the most attention, because this is a tedious part, so this takes a lot of time, and the more effort you put into it, the better it'll come out. And then I'm going to do another snapshot, and I'm going to use this one instead. I'm going to delete that one. This one's better. Alright, and just drag it down there. So from here, you're going to want to click this and move it all the way over here. You want it to last only in this portion right here, from this point to this point, because the beat drops here and you want these clips to be slower than these clips. Alright, I hope I explained that well. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to click the event pan crop button, and that's this little square right here. If you can't see it, you just zoom in with your scroll wheel and click it. So you want to make sure you have this first little keyframe selected right here, and make sure your mask is turned on. So this is the little tedious part that I had to explain a little better. So in this mode, you have two modes. You're either in normal editing mode, where you can move this around and stuff. Your scroll wheel still zooms in. So what I do is I zoom in like a lot, like this, and I'm very tedious about this, but I already did this edit, so I'm not gonna exactly do the same exact thing and make it super neat, but you're gonna get the idea. So you're gonna grab this pen tool, zoom out a little bit actually. You're gonna grab this pen tool and you're gonna click once outside of here and one more time right here, and basically what you want to do is you want to trace around. I'm not going to do this incredibly neat or anything right now because, like I said, I already did this edit and it took me a long time to mask out her like perfectly. So once you get to this portion, just mask over the head. It doesn't have to be perfect because people won't see that part. And then you just go back to your normal tool, adjust the picture, zoom in, go back to your pen tool and click the line that you started before, and then click over here and continue. So I'm not going to be doing this super precise. Like I said, I already did it before, and I really don't feel like, you know, editing out like super detailed. So the more time and that you spend on this, the better it's going to turn out. So basically what you're going to do is just, you know, trace around her character silhouette. Oh, my bad. Click Control Z, undo that. You get them every time you go to your other tool. You have to make sure you click where you started off before to continue. So pretty much just go around. I'm gonna speed this part up. Alright, Alright, so the very last important step that you want to do is after you're done to complete this whole thing, all you got to do is go back to your pen tool and just re-click where you first started if you did move around anything, and then just see how every single dot turns back yellow. That's because this is the point I originally started with. So you want to complete the connected dots like this and just click it, and bam, she's masked out. So just another little thing that you can do is you can add a feather. You can add by going here, feather type, click both, and then I don't know, you can do like a 0.5, and that just makes it a lot smoother. It won't completely fix a terrible mask, but if you take your time and like just trace her silhouette like perfectly or carefully, it doesn't have to be completely perfect, it'll look pretty good. So after you've done that, here's what you gotta do. You gotta go here and you can copy, Control C, press Control C, make sure this is selected, copy it, and then just move this up. Okay, and then you're gonna go here, right click, insert video track, and then you're gonna paste another one above it. Okay, and from here, all your work is gonna be done on this bottom clip, right? So you got your bottom clip for now, and all you gotta do here is go to your video effects. So this is why Sapphire is important, is because they have a glow effect, I believe it's called. Should be glow edges. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's glow edges. I may be incorrect. Let me check. Yeah, it's glow edges. That's the one. You can go ahead and set this to whatever color you want. For me, I used pink. So, I mean, you could do pink if you want. And just set the glow brightness to 100%. And you can mess with this if you want. This changes the width. But, you know, I just like it like this, to be honest. I like it close to be enough to look like a line. So that's how I did that. Other than that, I think that's pretty much how you do that portion. And if you want to adjust things such as color, you go here, go to color corrector, just search up color corrector. I actually have my own presets and I mess around with them. So you're gonna drag this one on top, the top one, and you're gonna need a brightness corrector too. So a brightness, whatever, brightness and contrast. So just type that in up here, brightness and contrast. I have my own one as well, and that's the one I use. So, I mean, if you do want to copy my settings, you can, but I'm not the best at color coding. So you can just mess around with this and find what you like the most. So that's it for that portion. You got your cutout, and all you need to do now is just find your other clips, import it, and you know, so go here, let's just use this one, Control U to unlink, delete the audio, go through and pretty much just find 5 seconds worth of clips that you want to use. So just like this one, you just go here. So just count 5 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the slice. Fit them inside these slots. And just keep doing that, honestly. You just go through, find more clips that you want to use, and just do the same thing. So, bam. This is another one that I wanted to use as well. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, you're also going to want to find longer clips. So this is probably one of the ones that I'd use towards the end. I'm not going to make it exactly the same way that I did for the the actual video, but I'm just giving you some good examples. So I would want to use this towards the end, to be honest. Have this be longer, like that. Okay, and I'm gonna skip to the part where I have this completed. Okay, just another quick thing that I wanted to mention is if you did want to move your clips to the right a little bit, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find the clip that needs to be moved to the right, or one that you want to. You're going to click this event pan crop button again, and you'll be brought to this menu, right? So this kind of works like Photoshop, where you drag the corners and it'll get bigger, smaller, etc. So if you have black bars, you can remove them just by sizing the box within this little spot. So then you just move it to the left and we'll shift it over to here, so that way you can see them right here. Okay, and so far looking pretty good. After you've gotten pretty much everything done, I'm going to show you a couple of editing techniques for the ending portion. These clips right here are a little bit longer, and what I'm going to do to them is I'm going to add a little transition, right? So follow along with me and I'm going to show you how this works. So another reason you're going to need Sapphire is because you're going to scroll down a little bit, you're going to find the S section right here, and you're going to find S blur Mo curves right here. This is the one you're going to want to use. Okay, so I already have a custom preset that I made, so I'm going to click it, drag it onto that one, and I just want you to copy all my settings here for this. Just have this as reflect, this as reflect, and yeah. So what you're going to do here is you're going to animate the Z distance right here. So you're going to go here to the front of the clip, move forward, make sure the Z distance is highlighted, right? You're going to use the right arrow key, go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, add a keyframe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, go all the way to the end, add a keyframe, and then count 5 from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, add a keyframe. Alright? And now for this keyframe, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to change this to a fast fade. So to do that, you're going to right click on this little bubble and click fast fade, right? So for the Z distance here, I believe it's 1.6. Click enter, alright? And for this one, I believe it's 0.6 is the one I used before. So change that one, click the bubble right here. It's going to turn light white, and 0.6. Bam. Okay. And click this bubble right here and click slow fade. Alright. So when you play it back, it should look something like this. Oh, let me actually Shift B, and that's going to quickly render it. Shift B.
Hey, Common. It's me.
Hopefully it'll play. Okay. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Alright, go back to your FX. These should be set to 0. Oh, actually 1. My bad. Set these to 1.0. That was the problem right there. These are supposed to be set to 1. Bam. And let me just shift. If you press Shift B, the highlighted region gets rendered really fast. Alright. Here you go. That's how you do the little zoom transition thing. Okay? So if you want to save some time, this is going to save you a lot of time when you're editing other AMVs. I'm not sure a lot of people know how to do this, but right click, click copy, alright? Go to the other clip, right click, and then click paste, selectively paste event attributes. This is very important because that way you don't have to keep doing that, alright? So you're going to want to click video, event, effects, and effect keyframes, alright? Click OK. And now, check this out, check this out. See? It automatically applies the effect, okay? You're gonna do the same thing, selectively paste, okay? Selectively paste, okay? And selectively placed, okay? This one I don't think I did right. Alright. Okay, and now we can just render this out. Shift B. Alright, so go to this one, and then the ending right here is a lot longer, so you're going to want to drag these out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pop that there. And then this one should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If it's a long clip like this, you can just extend it out if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. So that way it's a lot smoother of a transition. There you go. Alright. And to render, it's pretty simple. You go to top right, go to file, and just click render as. Bam. You can click TikTok or whatever you have it pre-rendered. Make sure you name your file. Anime tutorial. Okay. Render. And it's just going to do this thing, render the video. It shouldn't take that long. It's not too long of a video. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got for this. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I'm just going to show you the final ending of this clip. Thank you for watching, and I hope I was a little bit helpful. I normally don't do videos like this, so I really do hope I helped some of you, and I'll catch you in the next one.